10 years ago, I was watching fire dancers in amazement, and I decided to partake in the fun, jumping a flaming jump rope. In an instant, my life changed. The rope wrapped around my legs and ignited my body completely on fire. I awoke in a one-room nursing station to look down, finding my body completely bandaged. What have I done, I thought. I had been severely burned. The searing pain was unimaginable. I'm screwed. The doctors say I may never walk again normally. What hope do I have? Life as I know it is over. Thankfully, 5 days in this ordeal, my mother arrived to be my protector. And she came into my hospital room every single day with a smile on her face and an air of positivity, daring me to dream about the future. She kept asking me questions like, "Colin, what do you want to do when you get out of here? Let's set a goal." But her positivity was unrelenting and infectious. And 3 days after she arrived, she was sitting on my bedside and I announced my goal. "Mom, when I get out of here, I'm gonna one day compete in a triathlon." "All right, Colin. Now I know you've got this big triathlon goal, but today your goal is to take your first step." She then grabbed a chair from our kitchen table and placed it one step in front of my wheelchair. "You need to figure out how to get out of your wheelchair and step into that chair." It took me 3 hours that day to work up the courage and strength to take that first step, but I did it. The next day she had moved the chair 5 steps away, and the next day 10. Each day I could take a few more steps, until finally after many weeks I regained my ability to walk. And then one day jog. Jogging felt like flying, but jogging was a far cry from running a triathlon. So for the next 18 months I grinded with my goal in mind. And finally, a year and a half after my accident, it was time for me to take a shot at my dream. I showed up in Chicago to compete in the triathlon. I dove into Lake Michigan to swim the first mile. I got on my bike, rode 25 miles, put my shoes on, and ran 6.2 miles to the finish, crossing the finish line. I had done it. I had achieved my goal. The first thing I thought about were those months in the hospital, imagining what would have happened had my mom not forced me to look towards the future and set a measurable goal. Through this tragedy, I'd learned an invaluable lesson. I had learned that life will test us with setbacks, but these situations aren't permanent. We have full control of our choices to keep moving forwards one step at a time. I had learned that we all have reservoirs of untapped potential and can achieve great things. The biggest thing standing in our way? Our own minds.